Thanks, John. Coach, this isn't the first time you've faced a Colonial League opponent in the playoffs. How did you prepare your team for Maine?
Well, we played Maine in 2002, and they were a good football team. I think this is a lot better football team this year than it was. And neither one of well, we got beat 14-13, and they didn't advance from theirs. But this is a good Maine team. That's a strong conference. It's like our conference. There's a lot of good football teams in there.
And like Coach said, back in 2002, when the teams faced off, there was about 4,500 fans in the stadium. Today, nearly 30,000. It's amazing how the fan base has grown in 9 years. Back to you, John. John, the injury bug has affected Appalachian State here early. Number 4, Roger Walker, the starting defensive back, is out with a groin injury for the game. Also, backup free safety number 34, Patrick Blaylock, is out with a thigh injury. John? Coach, your team has 2 scores on the board, but how do you feel like your offense is doing finishing out plays?
Well, the problem, we had a field goal block and we threw the interception. We've been down there 4 times with 2 scores. Disappointed that we didn't make the field goal. Disappointed that we turned the ball over. But you got to look at it. We're on the road and a tough place to play, and we're playing hard.
Defensively, how do you feel you guys match up with that?
Doing a great job. I mean, they're an outstanding football team, and they're going to get their points. And I think to hold them to 6 in the first half, we can do that again in the second half. We got a great chance to win this one.
All right, Coach. Thank you, John. I was just listening to the huddle, and it was Steve Labotsky talking to his offensive line saying there's 2 things I want you to pay attention to. That's cadence and take care of the football. Cadence, take care of the football. Back up to you, Dave. Thanks, Dave. You're going to want to keep an eye out for Garrick Williams, number 74, the center for Wake Forest. He came out the first series with a tweaked right ankle. They taped it this last series. They put 3 rounds of tape on the outside of his shoe. Also, number 80, Andrew Parker, the tight end. He is out until the half. He also has a right ankle injury that they will look at during halftime. Dave?
All right, Angela, thank you. So Williams is watching, and Chance Raines is in the game at center now for Wake. Price, the lefty, tried to thread the needle in traffic. A dangerous pass intended for Givens, and the ball was knocked down by Eddie Whitley.
Yeah, nice job by Whitley there, the strong safety. He's in zone coverage, just reading the quarterback's eye, Tanner Price, and does a good job to knock it away.
Some of those yards that were coming fairly easily on the first possession of the night for Wake Forest, not so much now. Wake trying to battle back after Virginia Tech has grabbed the momentum here. Tech trailed 10-0, now leads 14-10. Pendergrass tripped up. And that's Derek Hopkins, a sophomore from Highland Springs.
Yeah, big defensive tackle, 300 pounds, and good penetration. It's one thing about these defensive linemen these days. They're big and they're fast. They're great with their arms. They can shed blocks, get penetration, and make plays. That was a great play by Hopkins there.
3rd and 10. Tech showing blitz. Step out of it, rushing only 4. Here's Price. Throwing on the run, incomplete. And it doesn't matter if that front 4 for Virginia Tech isn't healthy right now. They're collapsing the pocket.
Well, that was great penetration by the front 4 there. When you can get pressure on the quarterback without having to send any blitzes, you're going to see just the front 4. They run a stunt, and they just collapse the pocket. And when you can do that just with your front 4, boy, you got a lot of guys in coverage, and they had the Wake receivers covered like a blanket there.
Bud Foster likes that. Inside of 4 minutes to go. Wolfing. And that one is going to take.
Thanks, Dave. Coach, a year ago we talked about Tanner Price, and you said it's so hard to ask a freshman to lead your team, but the scales have really tipped for him this year.
Well, I think a little bit of experience. We knew we had a great kid. Last year I didn't think Tanner played as bad as a supporting cast, and we got his receivers were helping him a little bit. We're protecting him a little better. He's a great kid.
You're going for your 100th win today. What's going to be the difference maker in this ball game in terms of the outcome?
Well, probably having to go against Frank Beamer's team. This is always one of the best coach teams we play, one of the more talented teams. So it's going to be a tough job for us tonight, but I think our kids will play hard.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate your time. And, Dave, for what it's worth, Frank Beamer did vote for Coach Grobe to be the midterm Coach of the Year. Whatever that means, he voted for him. Back up to you.